everyone, and welcome to the start of a new weekly reading vlog. So this is the second week of the O.W.L.s magical readathon, and I've already read 4 books counting The Promised Neverland that I'm not sure if I'm using towards my owls yet, but 3 books that I am definitely counting towards my owls. Now those books are All the Stars and Teeth, Serpent and Dove, and Murder on the Orient Express. So yeah, if you want to hear my thoughts, please go check last week's vlog where I discussed those books a bit more, and the 24-hour readathon that I did for the Basically Brit readathon, where I read The Orient Express and I finished off Serpent and Dove. So yeah, go check them out if you haven't. Otherwise, hello, welcome. So I'm actually starting off this vlog wearing makeup, which is a rare occurrence at the minute, but I've actually had like a conference call today. I'm a course representative for my course in university, so we had a meeting today just sort of with the lecturers and everyone, head of the schools, just to sort of see what was going on. So I represent the 3rd year, it's my final year at university, so I mainly just wanted to know about my dissertation and that sort of thing, and the graduation ceremony. So turns out I cannot graduate this summer, which is brilliant. I mean, I can graduate, I can get my degree, but I can't actually have, you know, the cap and gown ceremony, which is really, really sad. Basically, it was meant to be in the 3rd week of July, and at the start of July I turned 21, so it was basically meant to be a really crazy month. It was meant to be fun, you know, classy, just a month of celebration basically, and yeah, that's going downhill more and more by the second, which is making me really, really sad. Is that the right word? I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, just been on the conference call and I thought I should at least try and make myself look a bit more presentable, because I've literally been in like pyjama bottoms, had my hair up, all that jazz. You've seen how I looked all last week. That's basically what I've looked like today. But I decided I'd put a bit of makeup on and I feel better in myself as well. But the other reason that I put makeup on is because something came through the post today and I wanted to take pictures with it. Right, are you ready for this, guys? Because I don't think you are. It is Crescent City, the tour edition. Oh my gosh. Oh. And look at the back, it says, "Through love, all is possible." So yeah, if you didn't know, these were released in the UK for Sarah J Maas's Crescent City tour. But the thing is, I couldn't go because she only went to I think like 3 places in the UK and they were all like hours away from me. Which is a shame, because I've never actually been to an event with Sarah, which I really hope to one day, because she is one of my favourite authors, if not like one of my top 3 favourite authors. I absolutely love her to pieces and I love her books. And yeah, I was a bit gutted because I'd seen that this edition was coming out and it was a tour exclusive, which is why it does say Tour Edition 2020 on it. But in light of the situation at the minute with the coronavirus, the event was actually cancelled, and Waterstones did make it available to purchase on their website. So I missed out the first time. I didn't know it was even a thing, and I saw it I think the day after it ended, so all these editions had sold out on the website, and I thought, oh, do you know what, doesn't matter, I've got the nice Waterstones exclusive edition, I can just treasure that one, which I do. But then something popped up on my Twitter feed and it was this Sarah J Maas account, and it basically said that more of these were available now. So I clicked on that link so fast. I don't know what came over me, but I just needed to get my hands on this because like, oh, it's just so pretty. So yeah, it doesn't have a dust jacket or anything. This is how it is, which I love. And yeah, I'm just so happy, and I'm so glad that Waterstones actually gave us the opportunity, because I know so many people were kind of annoyed that Sarah was only going to 3 places in the UK. But yes, I managed to snag this. If you can't tell, I am buzzing. This is my favourite read of the year so far. I think it's definitely one of my all-time favourite books now. Up there, definitely, because this is the exact same feeling I got with A Court of Mist and Fury, and that is one of my top books that I absolutely love, and this is literally on the same level, so I'm just so happy that I could get my hands on it. And the thing that makes this even better, oh my god, I don't want to hold it up because it's like, oh, so precious. It is actually signed by Sarah J Maas as well, so oh, I'm just so happy. Story time, actually. I think this is the only book that I have signed from Sarah J Maas, because when Empire of Storms, I think, yeah, when that book came out, I pre-ordered the Waterstones signed exclusive edition, and oh my god, I could not wait. Like, that would have been my first signed Sarah J Maas book. And what happened was, because no one was in my house, they dropped it off across the road, which was my stepdad's sister's house at the time. And she brought it round into our back garden thinking, you know, I'll just leave it here for them, they'll see it when they come home from work and school, and it'll be fine. But we have a Staffy as a dog. We've got a Jack Russell and a Staffy. And when I got home, I was so confused because all I could see on the floor was just like shredded bits of paper everywhere. And I turned the corner and I saw a half-eaten copy of Empire of Storms on the floor. And my heart broke. Like, I was literally like almost crying. I was just staring at it, like wanting to cry, but like my whole family was there, so didn't want to make that much of a scene. And yeah, I was just absolutely devastated. Bless him, my stepdad felt so bad that he actually did go and buy me a new copy of the book, but that one wasn't signed or anything, it was just your standard edition. So yeah, it was okay in the end, but I was just, oh my god, it was just typical. Like, everyone had such good intentions and it didn't work out. So it's still a funny story, but I am absolutely devastated about that to this day. But yeah, if you've got dogs, stuff like that happens. I mean, comes with a pet, I guess, but yeah, I've got Crescent City signed now, which is amazing. More than makes up for that fact, and I just think it's absolutely stunning. So I did take some pictures with this, but the lighting in here has been awful, so we'll see what happens with that. If I do post any pictures, it'll be on my Instagram, which I will leave linked down below, but it is just at welshreader, like my channel name, so yeah, if you want to check me out on there, please do. I did not film an unboxing for these because, like I say, I was on the conference call and then I just got way too excited, and then the only way I could actually take pictures was to have Tom help me, and Tom's like busy. I don't know if he's on some sort of call or something now anyway. So I literally unboxed this, got changed into a nicer shirt, took some pictures, and then yeah, now I'm sitting down to update you guys, so that's the deal with that. Anyway, in that package I did also get And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. So I've just read Murder on the Orient Express by her, and yeah, I just loved it so much. It was such a complex mystery in 240 pages, and I think this one's even less. And Cody from Cody's Book Corner actually posted a reading vlog where she read this and she absolutely loved it, so it just hyped me up even more. So with Waterstones you have to spend £20, I believe it is, to qualify for free delivery. This one was £16.99, and then I chose to get this as well because, like, oh, it's just so pretty and it matches my edition of Murder on the Orient Express now. Another perk with buying these two books is that I actually have a Waterstones like student account, so I think you collect points every time you spend over a certain amount of money. So I ended up getting these two books for £8. I had a £22 discount on these, so I basically got Crescent City for free. Which is crazy to me, and then that £8 came out of my Depop. I'd recently sold something on Depop, so the money was literally just sitting in my PayPal, hadn't touched it, and it just went straight out of there. So I've technically not spent money at all on these two. It's literally come from like other places that I don't really pay attention to. So I'm gonna say that I got these for free because that makes me feel better, and I basically almost did. But yeah, that was a very, very long little ramble about these two, but I'm just, oh, I love them so much, and I'm not planning on getting any more deliveries anytime soon. It was just an impulse buy because I saw this was finally available again, and I didn't think they'd send them out until after the shops reopened, so I was not expecting this at all. So yeah, so grateful. Anyway, let's move on. So I have actually started Winterwood. Oh my god, look at that cover. Oh, and the blue sprayed edges. Can we just appreciate how beautiful this book is? I'll hold it like that so you can actually see it. So yeah, it's Winterwood by Shea Earnshaw. I have the dust jacket right here actually. So I'm reading this for the challenge to read a book with a white cover. And oh my god, I'm loving it. It's so atmospheric. It's crazy. I'm just flying through it. It's going by so quickly. I love it. It's a weird sort of book though because it does take place at like a campsite by a lake in the middle of the winter, and obviously now we have stunning weather in the UK at the minute, which I don't get, which is a bit annoying because normally we have rain 24/7, but as soon as we're quarantined, it's sunny as anything. Anyway, yeah, so it's strange reading this like dark atmospheric book when it's literally so sunny outside. So I'm tempted to pick up a contemporary, but I'm just loving this so much. I might pick up a different book for now, just to match my mood, because I'm in such like a happy summery mood right now, which is crazy, I know. I don't know what I should do. See, this is my thing with books. I'm such a mood reader that when I set a TBR, I normally go off it completely because I've got to be in the mood for it, otherwise I will just end up in a reading slump and there's no point. So I don't know, I've got the one memory of Flora Banks that I could try and read, and I've also got the Changeling's Journey, which is I think in a bit more of a summery setting. So, ooh, what should I do? And the thing is, I will put off the contemporary until last as well, because I know me and I don't like picking up contemporary books. So maybe this is the time to read it. I might do that actually. Yeah, I'm a mess. You might be able to tell. I don't know. Also, I have not read any more of Ghost of the Shadow Market. I know I need to get on that, but it's just because if I'm absorbed in a book like this one, I just don't want to put it down. Like, I'd rather just finish this and then move on to the next book instead of like pausing this, reading a bit of another book and then carrying on. But that conference call took way longer than I thought it was going to be. It was over an hour, which is such a pain because I did plan on just reading a bit more today and sitting outside, but it looks like my garden is in the shade right now, so I don't know about that. I'm a very, very cold person as well. Not in my personality, just in general. Like, I almost always have like a blanket on me or a jacket or my dressing gown. I can't stand the cold. Like, I always feel the cold. So yeah, if you see me in my dressing gown at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's why. I'm just genuinely a cold person. I've been updating that long, my tea has actually gone cold. Oh well. So yeah, I just thought I should actually do an intro for this vlog because I haven't. I didn't really do anything at all yesterday. I did read, I think, like 50 pages of Winterwood. I've read up to page 120 this morning. But yesterday was such a weird day. I literally feel like the day went by so quickly and I did not do anything. Like, I didn't read that much. I didn't really play Animal Crossing that much. The only thing productive that I did do was edit the weekly reading vlog that I did last week. So that'll be up tonight. And yeah, I don't know what else I did. I've just been in such a weird mood, and that's what I was trying to say on the conference call. Like, I've been so good with doing my uni work and everything this year that it's such a shame now that I just cannot seem to get into the mindset of sitting down and doing work. Like, I know I did last week, but then I've just gone downhill, and every time I try to sit down and write something, I just can't. So I was trying to explain that to them, and obviously they're taking stuff into consideration now. I can't go to the library, obviously, because I am self-isolating, so I can't get access to maybe some books that I'd need or somewhere that I can go and do work and be productive. I haven't got that option at the minute, so I think they're aware of all of that, and they've basically just said that they're going to look at our marks from last semester, see what it's like this semester, and then if they need to bump up our marks, because last semester is the best semester that I've ever had at university, marks wise. So I had a first in all my modules, like quite a high first in one or two of them, and you know, comfortable firsts in the other two. So yeah, for me to fall now would be such a shame, because I've genuinely worked so hard this year. And yeah, I'm just in a weird mindset at the minute. Anyway, don't want to make this vlog a sad little thing. I feel okay about it, I'll get out of it, it's just a weird mindset at the minute. But now I feel better. I mean, how could I not with this in my hands? And yeah, I think that's lifted the mood a bit. I think I needed that, because yeah, it's just, I just can't stop smiling. I love it. But for now, I'm going to read something. I'll probably show you a clip of what I do end up reading. It is like 5:30 now, so I don't know if it's worth me trying to read another book. I think I am going to pick up The One Memory of Flora Banks, actually. Let me just go pick that up so I actually do read it. Oh my god, look how small the pile is now! So I've got too many candles here, let me just move that. So these are the 3 books that I've read so far. I did also read the Promised Neverland manga, which I might count if I'm struggling towards the end. I've got these 3 that I haven't touched, and then I'm currently reading Winterwood and Ghost of the Shadow Market. I have been really wanting to read The Wizard of Earthsea. I have marked it off. That's the first 2 books, so it's literally only this much that I need to read. But I kind of want to save it because I feel like I'm going to really enjoy it, so I don't want to read it too early on in the O.W.L.s process and then maybe be left with stuff that I'm not as inclined to pick up, such as this, possibly this, because it's like an anthology that I don't tend to read, and I have just read some fantasy books that I like, so maybe these 2 are a bit iffy as well. I don't know, I'm just in a bit of a weird mindset right now. I am still excited to read all of them though, that's not the problem, it's just like, it's a bit daunting to me, and I want to try and read as much as I can while I'm not doing work, and I know I'm not going to be doing work, because when I actually sit down and do work, I will finish it, and I will literally have to write my whole dissertation, because I've written half of it, and I've sent that off for review, or for my tutor to sort of check up on it, see what it's like, give me some feedback, and then the other half now is what I need to finish and send off, so yeah, it's a bit crazy. I need to do it now. I do have until the 28th of April to send it in, but I've already left it later than I wanted to. I wanted to get the whole thing written before April, and then I could get feedback, and then I could slowly try and change stuff, send it to my tutor, get some more feedback possibly. But yeah, that's not going to happen, which is fine. Oh, typical that like this year was meant to be structured and it was meant to be so good, and it's just going downhill. But I guess everyone's feeling like that right now, so let's not dwell on it. I'm really hoping this is a quick read, because if this puts me in a slump, I will be so annoyed. But anyway, this is a story about Flora, who has amnesia. She has not been able to remember anything since she was 10 years old. However, one day she kisses a boy that she shouldn't, and she remembers it. I'm hoping it's not going to make me feel really sad. Like, I want a really uplifting sort of read right now, which I don't think this is going to be, thinking about it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm in a slump or what, but I just want to read everything, and then whatever I pick up just doesn't do it, so I don't know, like, I should have finished this morning. Like, I've been really invested in it, but I've just been reading it so slowly. Let me know down below if you guys are feeling like this. I don't know if it's like just me or if it's a general thing at the minute, but yeah, my brain is just foggy and I don't know what I'm doing basically. So yeah, I need to post my video, read a book, and then I shall talk to you again at some point. This is just a very quick update to tell you guys that I'm actually sitting down to read Ghost of the Shadow Market. I know, who is she? So I'm still only on page 38. You can't even see any sort of dent because I haven't made one. So I'm gonna sit down now and try and get through a few stories if I can just to finally get off the mark with this one because I've just kept putting it off. But it's dark outside now, so I thought, why not? And then also, I did read around 40 pages of this one. I'm not loving it so far, to be honest with you. Flora has amnesia. She doesn't remember anything in her life after she was 10 years old, but she kisses a boy she shouldn't at a party and she remembers it. Now the problem I have so far is that she kisses this boy and like all of a sudden she is in love with him. Like, she's writing down everywhere that she's in love with him. She keeps saying like to herself that, you know, she loves him and that maybe she could go visit him wherever he is and this, that and the other. But like, it's really unrealistic, and like, I get her current situation and, you know, remembering something is a big thing, but it's not even that. As soon as she kisses him, like whilst he's talking to her that night, in her head she's like, oh, I really want him to move closer to me, I think I love him, this, that and the other. And I'm just like, what? She knows she should not be feeling anything for him, and even if she did, she should say to him, because of the situation that everyone's in, she should not be kissing him right now. I'm trying not to spoil it because I don't want to for you guys, but it's just really frustrating. Like, she doesn't take anyone else's feelings into account. She's literally done what she wants, is quite obsessive over it now, and then at the minute at least she's just carrying on as normal, and then she's sort of complaining that people have sort of fought with her and don't want to talk to her anymore when it's her fault because she's the one that did what she did. So yeah, the first chapter of this really rubbed me the wrong way for those reasons, because everything happens literally in the first chapter very, very quickly. So I guess we're just dealing with the aftermath of that now, and yeah, I don't know, but I'm not enjoying it so far, to be completely honest with you. And obviously because Flora has amnesia, there's a lot of repetition in this, which I don't mind if it was strengthening the story, but I don't know if it's being used in a way to do that. I don't know. It's really difficult because I don't want to say anything negative about it, because obviously I don't know if the rep in here is good. From what I'm reading, I guess it could be, but I think it's not the amnesia that's like bothering me. It's just Flora's personality in general. She's making some decisions that she shouldn't even be considering. It's not the best for me so far, so we'll see how it goes. I might read a few more chapters and see if I might DNF this. I don't tend to DNF books though, because I hate doing that. I'd rather finish a story, know for certain that I don't like it, so then I can actually get rid of it, whereas if I DNF it, I know it'll just be sitting here for a while. But yeah, I thought I'd just update quick because I put this down and I'm picking up Goes to the Shadow Markets instead, because this is just making me angry at the minute. And yeah, I'm just not the biggest fan. So I've actually finished Winterwood by Shea Earnshaw, and then I completely went off my TBR and I read Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So I have owned this book since it came out, and I never got around to it because sci-fi generally isn't really one of my favourite genres. I don't know why, but since the second book, Aurora Burning, I believe, is coming out on May 5th, I decided to finally pick this up. What happened was I saw Jay Kristoff share a little reading schedule for this. So basically, if you read certain chapters every week, by May 5th you will have finished it and you can pick up the new book. So that was my plan. I downloaded the audiobook for this on Audible and started listening. I started colouring because I was just in a weird state that day. I was just not in a good place, and I thought that I might try colouring in. That does tend to help me sort of calm down, so that's what I decided to do. And I actually ended up listening to, I think, like 10 hours the first day, which would be 5 hours because I listened to audiobooks at 2 times the speed. But I did actually colour in some of my Harry Potter colouring book. So let me just show you. So I coloured this page. I'm not quite sure what colours these are meant to be. I'll probably leave that one as it is, but I'm not sure because it's an eagle, not a raven, so I don't want to colour it in black or anything. Then we have the Gryffindor crest, the Slytherin crest, an owl post little design there, and the Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff crests. So yeah, that's what I did in the first sort of sitting, and then I finished off listening to it whilst colouring in my Lord of the Rings colouring book, which I actually don't know where I've put at the minute, so I can't show you. By the way, if I look flustered, it's absolutely boiling here at the minute. I don't know why. It's been like 20 plus degrees today, but it's not really been sunny, so it's just that kind where it's hot but you can't really do anything about it. And then I've also deviated off my TBR and decided to pick up A Feast for Crows by George R. R. Martin. So I started reading this series last year for the catch-up book club hosted by Becca from Becca and the Books, and it was just quite intense with reading these, you know, the big chunky books. We did have 2 months to read every book, which was fine, but I just ended up falling behind majorly and I never completed the series. I really want to rewatch Game of Thrones, but at the minute with the work I have, I know if I start watching it, then I will just fall into a hole and I will binge all the seasons. So I thought I would pick up the books again to satisfy that sort of need, because like I say, I've never finished it. I'm only like 30 pages through at the minute, but it's like quite a comforting thing, and because I'm quite familiar with the characters and that, it's kind of nice to go back into the world, because obviously I have watched the TV show, so now I'm just reading it for the first time. And I like that you get all the little extra information. So I read Aurora Rising that I wasn't meant to read at all, and yeah, I picked up a 800 page book. So yeah, I love that for me. However, I do plan on picking a new book to read now, because I'm just gonna sort of read this when and where sort of thing. So like I might read a chapter in the morning and then read a chapter right before bed sort of thing, just to like break it up a bit, and again just for me to go into something I'm really familiar with and I really am in the mood for at the minute. Anyway, it's actually Friday now. I've been terrible at vlogging this week because I've just been trying to finish my dissertation and to get it out the way. That's taken a lot longer than I'd like. If you know, the past few days, almost a week, I've just been feeling really bad mentally. I just feel really tired and drained, and I just don't have the motivation to actually do anything. Yesterday I got a really good chunk of the second part of my dissertation done, and today I was just meant to sort of finish that off, but oh my god, I sat down for about 2 hours and I just could not get my thoughts together properly, and it just sounds awful on paper. So I'm gonna have to carry on with that this weekend, which is annoying because I wanted to get the second part done and sent off to my tutor just so she can have a look at it before the weekend, but that's not gonna happen, which is fine. I mean, everyone's dealing with this virus and that in a different way, and I think that's how it's affecting me at the minute. And it's not just work. I've not been wanting to read or really do anything, which is really unlike me. I love doing stuff, I love being busy, so yeah, it's been a weird time and I'm still feeling it, which is a bit annoying. And yeah, that's why it took me quite a long time to finish Winterwood. I think I'm giving it a 4 stars or a 3.5. I really enjoyed it. It's such an atmospheric read, but the only thing is I kind of figured out what was going on about 30-40 pages into the book maybe. So when we had this big reveal at the end, I already knew it because I'd figured it out so early on. So reading the book, it was kind of like, I don't know, not annoying, because obviously that's the point, you know there's not going to be reveals until the end of a book. I don't know, I just got through it quite slowly, and I think because it was so sunny here, it was hard to get into the setting of the book, because it's set in the middle of a snowstorm basically. So it's about a small lakeside town, and surrounding the town on the other side is something called the Wicker Woods. So they are basically like this enchanted woods, and you can only enter on a full moon by doing like a certain ritual, like I'm sure you have to say your name and then walk into the woods sort of thing. And you can only take stuff from the woods when there's a full moon. So that's what the Walker family does, our main character's family. And one day she goes into the woods and she finds a boy. And the story is basically unraveling this mystery of how the boy actually got into the woods and what the woods might have done to him in that time. It should be something I'd probably give 5 stars, like the synopsis of it is up my street completely, but I think I was just in the wrong mindset to read it at this time, but I did want to read it because I was enjoying it, which is not making any sense, I know. Yeah, that's the deal with that one. Right, now I've rambled on for way too long, so I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to choose my next read now, I think. Please excuse this area at the minute, it's an absolute mess. I still haven't picked up The One Memory of Flora Banks since I put it down the other day, so I'm going to leave that for a while. That's probably going to be one of the last books I read, just because if I read it now I'm going to be in a slump. Which brings us to these books. I kind of want to leave A Wizard of Earthsea until like the last week, even though I really, really want to pick it up now, which is annoying. But it's for a readathon. It's for the Le Guin Along hosted by Ashley from A Frolic Through Fiction. So I'm thinking of keeping this one until the last week or so, just so I can read it and sort of remember what's happened, so when I watch the live show I'll know what's going on. And then we have these two, which I feel like will be sort of similar vibes in the fantasy element. This one I feel like is going to be similar to All the Stars and Teeth, except it's going to be on land, not on water. But I have had this for a while and I'm really interested in picking it up, so I don't know. I don't want to look at these 3 yet. I'm going to leave them for now. So it's between Stormcrow and Bring Me Their Hearts. I think I might go for the Stormcrow. Yeah, why not? I think I'm going to go for this one. Hi guys. So I can't actually remember when I last updated you. To be honest, this week's just been a bit of a blur. It's been a really strange one, as I think it is for everyone at the minute, so yeah, sorry about that. But Stormcrow, I am 239 pages in and oh my god, I'm really, really liking it. The only thing, like what I was saying about Winterwood, is that I figured out what they needed to do kind of like straight away. So we felt basically it's been like 200 pages and this character has to do something or has to figure something out and she doesn't know how, like she doesn't know what she has to do. I figured it out within like the first 50 pages, I think. I don't think it was that difficult, but anyway, it's finally happened. I feel like everything's gonna pick up now and get going, so I'm just gonna read some more of this today. And I'm also going to work on my dissertation. I have 1,000 words left that I need to write and I want to get it done so that I can send this draft off to my tutor. This book reminded me so much of Eragon by Christopher Paolini. I don't want to go into spoilers obviously because this is just a normal weekly reading vlog, but they have a very similar sort of starting point where the main characters find an egg and it's a magical egg. They can feel it pulsing and, you know, they connect to it. So they know that there's something in it that's alive. And basically that's what this character here is trying to find out. So like in Eragon, where he has to find out basically what this egg is. And from there then, that is ultimately the only option for saving their world. So it's really cool. I had really cool Eragon vibes from it and now I really want to rewatch the film. I only read the book a few months ago, I think. Anyway, yeah, so I got Eragon vibes from this, which I really liked. And obviously there's not dragons in this book, there's crows, like these massive, massive crows that have elemental sort of magic. So I'm excited to see where this one goes now. I'm about 2/3 of the way through, I think. So I'm going to try and fly through that now for a bit and then work on my dissertation. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Also, it is Easter Sunday, by the way, so happy Easter. And I know this video will go up after Easter obviously, but I hope that you do have a good one. But yeah, that is it for this little clip. Like I said, really enjoying this book and I kind of want to finish it out today, which I think I will. Haven't read more of the Ghost of the Shadow Market, so that's fine. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys when I have some sort of update for you. Hello everyone, so it's actually Monday now, so I'm closing up this vlog, but before I do, I did actually finish The Stormcrow by Kaylin Josephson, and oh my goodness, I love this so much. I think it's on the same level as Serpent and Dove, but I have given this a 5-star on Goodreads at the minute. I need to run it through Corepile though, but oh my god, I love this so much. The ending was crazy and it left off on such a cliffhanger. Luckily, the second book in this series, duology, I'm not quite sure what it is, but the second book is coming out in a few months, I believe, so I don't have to wait too long. Oh my god, that was intense, and oh, I just loved it so much and I thought it was amazing. So read it if you haven't. My Eragon thing still stands. I think if I can compare it to any book, which is weird, I think it would be Eragon. Anyway, moving on. Today as well is a crazy day. So I have actually just finished writing my dissertation. Oh, I don't know how to process it. Like, it's really crazy to me. I know it's awful because this is still just a draft. Like, I do need to go over it and polish it. I have until the 28th of April, I think, so you know, until the end of the month, which is fab. Also, something I need to do is write a little like index to go before the dissertation itself. That's all I need to do now, which is absolutely amazing, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. So hopefully next week I don't stress too much about this. I will be editing it every few days, hopefully, just to like give my mind a break, then you know, go over it again, and so on and so on. But oh my god, that's absolutely crazy to me. You know, I finished the most important piece of work that I can do for university, and it's really scary. Today's just been such a good day. I've been sat outside this morning reading The Stormcrow, which I gave 5 stars, and this afternoon I managed to finish up my dissertation, so I can't believe it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. If you have, I know everything's a little crazy for everyone at the minute, so I do really appreciate your time. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you would like to see more content from me. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!